Blessed be everybody, and welcome to another episode of DIY Witch. We are going to be making black salt today. Now, for those of you who've never used black salt before, I love black salt. I use it for so many things, and a lot of people don't really know the power behind black salt. It can be used to banish negativity. It can be used as a barrier, a protective barrier. It can be used to bring in first matter. It can be used in dark spells or dark spells. It's just very, very versatile. Now, I normally don't use it for cleansing. I would normally use regular salt for that. But when I want to bring in that first matter energy, when I want to bring in that dark matter energy or dark energy, I normally have a tendency to place a nice bowl of black salt onto my altar and actually create a boundary, a circle boundary around me with black salt just to bring in that kind of a vibration, or the melatonin. So for those of you who are fresh to the craft and you're wondering why your spells aren't working properly, or you're finding that you need a little bit of oomph and that moxie, you will find that even just having a bowl of black salt on your altar will actually make a difference. So anyways, let's get right into making it. So let me tell you what you're going to need. So you are going to need something with which to burn. Paper. Okay? Now you can use the soot or ashes from your cauldron. I have done that before. I find that it's better to just write it out on a piece of paper what your purpose is for your black salt. And those are normally, if you're making it in bulk, you would want to do general purposes, protection, banishing, repelling negativity, what have you. You just want to put those on the piece of paper and then burn it, because there's an intent in there as well. I mean, they don't call it spelling for no reason, right? It has power. And I also say a prayer over it too, so it just adds that much more oomph. You will also need a pestle and mortar. You will need a piece of paper with which to write down what energies and what powers you want to put into your black salt and pray over it. You will need salt, just regular salt. I am using sea salt here, of course. I just like the look of it. You will need a black pen. I never use any other color but black when I'm doing my magical workings. A black pen. You will also need charcoal bricks, because this is what gives the majority of the dark color to your salt. You will also need a lighter to be able to burn your paper with. Alright everybody, so let's get started on making our black salt. So the first thing I normally start off with is burning of the paper. Now in this paper, I have written down the things that I would like to imbue this black salt with, like protection and banishing, and a few other things that I'm not going to say here because I do use this for my own personal work. Please, feel free to write down all the things that you feel vibrate or resonate with this type of magical item, which is your black salt. So what we're going to do now is I just burn this paper right on here. I've already prayed over it. So you get right in there and you just want to burn it all down to soot. And there you have it. So I have prayed over, I've written down everything that I want to accomplish with this black salt. And I have empowered it, prayed over it, added my blessings to it, asked my angels, my archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides, all of these blessed beings that I work with regularly to add their blessings and their powers to this. So I'm just going to move this aside now. And I'm going to bring in my pestle and mortar. So what I do now is I just add some salt in here. Now, I do have quite a lot of black salt already. So I only need just the tiniest bit to add to my jar. So I always pray over my salt before I actually turn it into black salt. A lot of people don't, they just add the ingredients to it. I, on the other hand, always like to pray over it. It's a little thing that I do, it's part of my tradition and my training, and I do feel that it does give it a lot more power. So let's just do that now. I bless and empower this salt so that it may receive the charge of all the energies that I'm calling in today. I ask that the guides, the guardians, the spirits, my archangels, angels, ancestors, and all the blessed beings that I work with on a regular basis imbue this magical salt so that it may hold the vibration that I am calling in, that it may be blessed and empowered, that it may be able to manifest on this reality, that it may be outside of time and outside of space, so that manifestation happens swiftly. I ask this in the name of the divine masculine and feminine. Blessed be. So now that it is blessed, all you want to do is you literally take your charcoal bricks. Yeah, that's it. Now I have some big pieces in here, so I'm just going to take up the little bitty ones that I can't really burn, and I'm going to add those in. Now, as you can see, I did not add a lot in there, okay? And you just continue adding more and more as you feel needed to get the color that you want of your black salt, okay? You just want to get in there now, and you want to start grinding it, and I go clockwise. Breaking down the briquette. Now you will find that it goes gray first. It doesn't really go black first, but that's okay. You just keep adding more and more of the briquette until you get to the consistency and the color that you want, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my paper that I have empowered and wrote down my intent and blessed, okay? So just add that so that you guys can see. Put it this way. So I'm just going to add that directly in. There we go. And to be honest with you, I'm going to add the last pieces here of my charcoal briquette because I do want this to be very, very dark. I love to have my black salt black. And that is the color that I like. It is black. what I do now, it's already been prayed over, empowered, charged, and it's ready to go. So I just take this now and I pour it into my reserves of black salt. Cap it off. Et voila. Okay, everybody, and this is the end result of your black salt. Wow. As I said, this is a very powerful thing to have in your Wiccan or your witch's pantry. It can call in first matter, it can be used to banish, repel, it can be used for so many different things, removing obstacles, blocks, you name it. It is just a wonderful, wonderfully easy, but yet extremely powerful thing to do and use. That's our episode for today of DIY Witch. If you haven't subscribed yet, press subscribe, join the Witch Please family. You can always follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can check out our website at hocusandfocus.com. And you can also email me directly at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com. I am so excited about this. I love doing these, and I'm looking forward to next week's episode. Don't know what it is yet, but I'm sure it's going to be something spectacular. It's going to keep you all on your toes. It's a pleasure having you in my space. It's a pleasure having you in my magic. I love you all very much, and thank you for allowing me to do what I love. Blessed be everybody, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.